What's going on, everybody? You know, I have received some comments recently and some questions in my latest videos. I've been wearing these gloves here for a while now in these videos, and people keep asking, what are these? Where did you get these? I like those gloves. I agree with you. I really like these gloves. These are awesome. These are M1 Moto gloves from the Bikes and Beards guys. And I thought, you know, why not put some information out there? That's what I do in this channel. I put information out there. So I own these gloves. I thought maybe I will do a quick review for those guys. You know, I like that channel. I enjoy it. The Bikes and Beards with Sean and Caleb and all those guys over SRK Cycles. I really like their YouTube channel. I'm a subscriber. I subscribe, Sean. So I watch all those videos. Like I said, they're pretty entertaining guys. And I thought, why not give them a shout out? So shout out Sean, Caleb, everybody over there. I'm liking your gloves. I'm going to do a review on them real quick. And you know, I wear them mostly on my e-bikes when I ride those, but I also wear them when I ride my motorcycles. I just don't do a whole lot of motorcycle videos. And when I was going to decide I was going to review these gloves, I was like, you know, I can't do it on an e-bike. I got to do it on at least somewhat of a manly motorbike, right? Because these are motorcycle gloves. These are Kevlar lined motorcycle gloves. So I decided to take the shadow out today. Let's turn this thing on. This was my dad's bike, actually. I took over after he decided he was done with this bike. I think it, you know, ultimately just got a little too bulky and heavy for what he was just, you know, jitneying around town on. He still has a Honda 350 that he rides around, old school, like 75, I think it is. So to properly review a motorcycle glove, I at least got to take it out on a motorcycle, right? So let's head back home, and maybe I'll throw in the double motor rover at the end of the video here. Get some e-bikes in the mix, because you can really wear these gloves on whatever you want. You can wear them to brush your teeth if you want. And I've been wearing these things, you know, anytime I'm on like a two-wheeled vehicle that I have a chance of falling off and putting my hands on the pavement. So I ride them on, wear them on my e-bikes and wear them on all the motorcycle rides. We're gonna go head home here because I know my audio doesn't do so hot on the motorcycle rides. All right, well, we successfully made it back to the man cave with some better audio where I can give you a good close-up look at these right here. These are the 508s from M1 Moto. These are the Sedona color, which you can't get anymore. This was a special production run. This is one of only 100 pairs made. Like I said, I got this through their live stream event with a chance to win a motorcycle as well. So I paid a hefty ransom for these, but I thought it was worth it. You can still, you can't get this color, but you can still get the 508s if you like this design. You can still get these gloves on their website, but they are, you know, they're just going to be black instead of this red color. So if you are looking for a Kevlar lined leather motorcycle glove, maybe check them out. They're a bit pricey. I think they're like over $100. I can put this price up on the screen, but I really like them a lot. I've been through a lot of motorcycle gloves in my life. I've always been kind of a cheap motorcycle glove guy, so this is the first pair that I've bought that's been really nice and kind of expensive. So I'm really liking them, and I've been wearing them as much as I possibly can. So let's, I'm gonna try to give you some information and show you some better views of them up close so you can see what you get for your money. And maybe we go outside where there's some better lighting where you can see them. All right, well, let's take a look at these M1 Moto gloves, the 508s. Here is their logo. It's like a tank, M1 Moto. And then this glove's got the sticker in there. It shows you everything. Made in China, shell is 100% leather, lining 60% polyester and 40% Kevlar. They're size large. I got the large. Just for your reference, I'm 6 feet tall. I weigh about 175 pounds. And I mean, they fit me. They're tight on my hand, but they're not like overly tight, restricting my hand. My ring size is 8.5, I guess. That's a good reference point. I would have loved to try on an XL, but these were, you know, that special production run, so they sold out in 8 minutes. I just had to cross my fingers that large was gonna work. I'm happy with them. I mean, they fit. They're a little snug on me, but they're not restricting my hand movement at all. So I don't know that I even need an XL. Wouldn't have been nice to try them, but so there you go. You get zippers here to help you get them off and on. This is like an elastic stretchy part right here. It really helps you stretch around your hand. And then you can of course see the Kevlar lining on the inside. Now here's one thing I'm going to point out. The Kevlar lining can see if I open it up, it stops right there, which is like right in the middle of your hand. It's like right here in the glove. Let me put it on, maybe you can see the ridge. So I can feel it right there. The lining, Kevlar, stops right here, which I wish it went the whole way up to here, but it stops like right in the middle of your hand. So it's gonna protect from here all the way down to here. You're gonna get the ball of your hand here. It's not really gonna get your bottom of your knuckles there when you slide. So I kind of wish it went the whole way up, but you got little, you know, fingertip things for smartphone, touchscreen. They work, but not crazy well. I usually just take them off if I need to do my touchscreen at all. They're not super sensitive, but they do work. It's just not like your finger, of course. I am really liking these gloves. I mean, this is the only time I've ever treated myself to a nice pair of gloves. I brought out my glove bin of all the different million gloves I have in here. You can kind of see the stages of gloves I've went through. Dig them all out. Look at all these. I've been through all these different pairs of gloves. These are just kind of, I never wear these. I think I bought them. I may have worn them once on like a bicycle. That was it. So those are never worn. These ones, same thing. I bought them. I don't know why. Never liked the feeling of them. So those never get worn. I wore these a lot, actually. And there's no protection to your hand on these things at all. But I wore the heck out of them because they matched my green Kawasaki Versys, and I wanted to be all green. So these, I wore the crap out of these. These are probably the one I wore the longest. They've got the hard plastic knuckle protector on there. Again, there's some padding, but not a crazy amount. And you can see it's all fuzzy from twisting, or I'm worn right through here. Before these M1 Moto gloves, I was wearing these right here, these tan ones, which are ugly color, but I got these. These are just tactical gloves that I bought at a gun show I went to. These ones are my winter gloves here, and they're huge. Are these XLs? These are XLs, and they're gigantic on my hands. They're warm. These are the ones I wear for cold weather, but they're so, you can see my hands like sloshing around in them. You get no feeling at all in the grips or anything. I hate these gloves. I hate wearing them. These ones I've worn down to about 40 degrees, and my hands felt pretty good, actually. I'd say 45 and up would probably be ideal for these. At 40 degrees, my hands were cold, but they weren't, you know, so cold that you can't use them. If you've ridden a motorcycle in cold, you know what I'm talking about. Your hands get so cold that you can't manipulate the controls. These, you know, I had them down to probably just above 40 degrees, and my hands were fine, still usable. I did have hand guards though, blocking the wind, so that helped. We'll see how they do in the summer. I've yet to get these into, you know, like 90+ degree weather. I mean, North Carolina, that's the summer. It's like 95 above every day. So we'll see how they fare, how hot they are in that weather. But in cold, they're great. Love them in the cold. There you go. These guys got my stamp of approval. This is probably the best pair of gloves I've ever owned. As you can see, the bin full of cheap, junky gloves I normally buy. This is the only, I don't think I've spent more than 50 bucks on a pair of gloves before. So these are, yeah, there's much nicer than that. I'm liking them a lot. So I hope they do some more special order production run things. It might be cool to see what they come up with. But let's go jump on the double motor Rover Rad really quick. All right, out cruising around on the double motor Rad Rover. Let's pop over here really quick. I just want to show you what I'm on. There's a lot of people that watch my e-bike stuff that are former motorcyclists. This is my double motor Rover. This is a DIY homemade e-bike. I took an existing e-bike and made it a mega e-bike by adding another motor. So there's a motor on each wheel. It is a total Frankenstein of a bike. I like to call it the Mistress, and it is very fast, actually. Very fast acceleration on this bike. Crazy powerful. I don't recommend you do it, but there is a parts list on my website if you care to take a shot at it. Super fun. But a lot of my viewers on this, you know, they also ride motorcycles, so trying to do some crossover stuff here. This bike is a blast. Let's go up here. Even when it's warm out, it's like 80 degrees out, but I still wear gloves all the time. Here, we're on gravel. This is what happens when you try to accelerate quickly on this bike in gravel. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. You end up just burning out. It's quite exciting. This thing, very fun riding this thing. These gloves, maybe it's because I bought a pair that are kind of tight on me, but I have very good control of the fingertips. Like I can hit all these little buttons and everything on the bike, no problem. I don't have any issues, you know, navigating buttons, increasing my pedal assist and whatnot with these gloves. They don't work as awesome on, you know, your touch screen cell phone. You can, it's just really not, I don't know, it's not perfect, but it's pretty hard to get that realistic finger feeling from a glove. So they work, but not outstanding on that. But as far as manipulating the buttons, I've got plenty of dexterity in these to do that. So I'm pleased with that. Same on the motorcycle, I can do the turn signals and everything, no problem with them. So Sean, good job. You've got my support on these. I do like these gloves a lot. If I didn't have the Sedonas, I might be buying a pair of the, you know, the regular black 508s. Not too hard to go 0 to 33 miles an hour on this bike. Really quick. All right, well that's about all. I hope that answers some of your questions. These are the 508s from M1 Moto. And if you have specific questions about the glove, I mean, you can put them in the comments. I'll try to answer them if I can. But that's what they are. Hopefully you got some good information out of this video if you're considering buying them. Bikes and Beers, keep up the good work. I enjoy watching you guys, and I think that is about all for today. I will talk to you all later.